Hello everyone. Today we'll be covering about the concept of the previous state affairs of how the C sharp originated and what were the drawbacks of the other languages or the other technologies which were there. Okay. So today we will be finding the agenda. What are all things we will be learning today? Is one first concept is said to be a punch cards, how they were used, then assembly programming, then C sharp programming, then C++, VB, Java, COM, and what are the features of the .NET solution that we'll be learning today. So we will be dealing it one by one. Earlier, the punch cards, how they were like a piece of paper was there. On that, dots were there. When the dots are said to be present, then it used to read the data. When dots were not said to be present, the holes, in the absence of the holes, the data was not said to be read. So this, it was only rectified by the system or the programmer who is there. He will be rectifying the technology. So there was a main drawback in the punch cards that it was not said to be a human readable one. It is said to be either a machine readable or a person who is said to be programming. That person was used to knowing the concept of this punch cards. So that was the drawback in the previous affairs of your punch cards, which was the first technology. Next, which was said to be introduced was the assembly language. Assembly language is nothing but it's the language which is said to be here also. It is mainly understood by mainly either by the system. Inbuilt programs, like all others instructions were said to be inbuilt. Whatever it was said to be written in a language format. Though it was said to be little bit human readable, well, it was not completely human readable or it was not friendly for the user. Okay, that language which was said to be introduced earlier, it was said to be more readable by only the programmers who had designed it. It consists of machine instructions and it had the two concepts that all the commands, it was related to the machine only. For example, if I want to move the data from one end to another end, you used to use the command move. Otherwise, it may be storing, you used to use the store. All these concept was there in the assembly language, which is sort of not too much human readable. Okay, it was readable, but not completely user friendly. It had two types of instruction. One is said to be reduced set of computing and the complex instruction set. Both were said to be having the instructions which are said to be like it had a lengthier procedure each and every time you used to store and retrieve. That concept was there in the assembly language program. After assembly code, it was said to be changed to your machine language. Nothing but your lower level language, it was said to be converted. But it was not too much user friendly. And even this concept didn't support much of the high level features as it is supporting today. So that was the disadvantage in the assembly language programs, where it has lengthier instructions and it was not said to be human friendly, or it was not said to be like it had to be having the language or the features which was not said to be supportive to the human readable format. Okay, so that was the disadvantage of your assembly programming. Then came the C language. C language was used to support like all the applications it used to support, not the Windows based or the application based. Only it was said to be system based applications. They were said to be there. You also learned today. You have learned C language. So it had lengthier procedure, lengthier approach was there. All those things were there and larger number of instructions were used to be there. That was the main concept in the C, and it had the manual memory management. It's nothing but deleting, fetching, everything it was said to be done manually. And ugly means what? Each and every time you use to pointer, you address something, you use a pointer. That concept, it is said to be supportive C language, but it is not so much friendlier. So that also it had a disadvantage. And here you can see when you are writing C programming, it had multiple functions and multiple data types were said to be used. Every time you had to declare the data types. That was the disadvantage. So these and all features are said to be not supportive. Today they have a good features which is said to be like you need not declare the data types each and every time. It doesn't consist of multiple functions at a time. Okay. So some of the concepts were there in the C. They are good, but not too much friendly to the user. Okay. Next came the C++ language. The C++ language, it is said to be object oriented. It had the concept of like encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism, and it had the concept of it used to support the Windows application. Everything it had its own code generation tools. It used to support all the concepts. It had multiple classes generation, everything it used to be there. then like what was the main drawback of C++ also was here it also had the memory management which was said to be difficult. It also has the concept of pointers, it also has the concept of constructors, multiple constructors were there. So each and every time managing the constructors or the pointers or the memory, it is very difficult here also in C++, though it is said to be supportive with all the OOPS oriented features, but then also it has a drawback of the C language only. Okay, so this is the concept of C++. Then came the VB language. VB language it is said to be a build complex interface. It has a very good complex interface with the net. Like with the net means what? It has its own coded library, and it has its own database access, and it supports multiple instructions. It can fetch other pages, it can link to other pages, it can get the data from the other pages. All those features are there, but main drawback is that it is not said to be fully object oriented. It doesn't have user relationship. User relationship is nothing but, if you consider one person, he has to have a relationship with the other components also, other functions also. That is not said to be supportive by your VB, and mainly it doesn't support multi-threading concept. That was the main drawback of your VB. And VB, it is supportive, it has the features as that of C#, but it has other drawbacks also. It is not said to be fully object oriented, but C# is said to be fully object oriented. Then came the Java language. Java language is said to be purely object oriented. It is platform independent. It can run on any of the platforms, and it has 100% pure Java application. It doesn't have any other applications involved or something like that, but it has its own applications, applets, swings, everything is there. All these features are there in the Java. It is fully object oriented, but little language integration. It doesn't have the combination of multiple languages in a single interface. That is the drawback, and it is said to be having a limited access to the non-Java APIs. Okay, I want to link a Java file to C#. I can't do it. I can't do a C# connect like Java connected to VB like that. It doesn't support. But using the .NET framework, the C# can get linked to multiple other languages also. But even Java is said to be a little bit slower compared to that of C#. Okay, that is the drawback of Java. Java, suppose it is fully object oriented, but it has its own few drawbacks. Like it doesn't have language integration, and it doesn't support non-Java APIs. Okay, that is the disadvantage of Java. Another language came called as the component oriented model or component object model. Okay, it had the concept, it has an advantage, like code can be reused. Okay, once I have used a code, I can, and in another program I can reuse that particular code. That concept is there in the component object model. It has its own framework. COM also can run in the framework, and the language independent, it's nothing but it has its own library which can support other languages also, templates also, and macros also, and it has its own data type representation. But here here also problem is that it doesn't have the integration or cooperation with other languages. That is the drawback here also in the COM. COM has the facility that you can reuse the code. It has its own library, it has its own templates, it can create all those features. It is the supportive of C++. The drawback is that it cannot be having the concept of language integration, your COM. Okay, and another concept is that main aspect of your C# language is that it is more supportive. It supports all the features. It is said to be having multiple advantages over other languages. It is faster compared to other languages, and it runs under the .NET framework. So what and all features which are supported by the .NET, which helps out in the C# languages, it is said to be interoperability. It can operate with other languages also. It can mix up with the other language. You can run a single program in different languages. Means what? It's a mixture of everything that can be done using the .NET framework. So Visual Studio is one of the applications which will help you out in getting linked to multiple languages at a them. And it supports, as I said, it has the interoperability. One class can interact with other class. One code can interact with other code. It can interact with one language with another language. And it has its own common runtime engine, common everything. A single framework, it can be used for multiple languages. Okay, that is the advantage. And it has the concept of total language integration. I can integrate all the features of the other language into the C#, can integrate the features of VB, C# can integrate the features of Pascal, C# can integrate the concept of Perl language. All those language integration can be done in the .NET framework. And this .NET framework, it has its own base library. You can see a gigantic base library which helps out to support all the languages. And no more form plumbing is nothing but you need not each and every time, okay, want to get the data, you need not register into the system. Directly whatever features you want, you directly interfere, you take the features and accept in your language. That is said to be no com. Okay, nothing but no component object model is there. And here it is said to be simple deployment model. It's nothing but it deploys all the features of all the languages. Like you can support even APIs, Windows based applications, web based applications, all those can be mixed and it can be deployed in a single one. So all these are the features of your .NET solution, which is supported by the .NET framework to all other languages which enter into the particular framework. Okay, so these and all are the features of your .NET, and this is the advantage mainly of a C#. C# is said to be there in the .NET framework, and it supports all the things. It is said to be having the OOPS oriented concept, everything it is said to be supporting, and it is said to be faster compared to all other languages. Okay, so today you have learned about the concept of the earlier conditions, how what and all was being used, the punch cards, then came assembly language, then C++, then you have VB, then you have your Java, then came your C#. It's an advantageous language over all other languages. Okay, these and all are the features. So today I'll be ending with this session, and other session will be learning with other things. Okay, thank you.